Hey everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. And today we're going to be going over one of my card making lessons. This one is about box cards, which, as you probably know if you've been following me, you know that box cards are one of my favorite cards to make of all time. So just to kind of recap, a box card is basically a box. As you can see, it's a box that folds flat for easy mailing and then pops out to make a really nice three-dimensional scene. When I've been making box cards, I realized that there are some people, some designers that take this box card concept, which this is adorable, you know, as it is, but some people have been sort of, just putting the cherry on the top of a box cards by creating things that are beyond the box card, I guess. And here is a good example. This is a card from Mary at SVG Cuts that is technically a box card. It folds and can be mailed and pops open to be a 3D masterpiece. And here's another one which I just find so precious, really pretty, and yet, you know, there's all these different variations, and they look a little bit different, a little more challenging to look at and think about how to create. But to be honest, they really aren't that difficult once you understand the concept of a box card and you can figure out the directions. So that's what I'm going to do today, to show you some sort of thinking outside of the box cards. So stay with me, and we're going to be going over actually assembling this adorable, isn't it so cute, this adorable Easter egg carton box card that you can either, you know, use as a little display for Easter or to send because it folds flat. So stay with me and we're going to be going over this. So as I mentioned, we're going to be taking the box card, which is this type of a card that folds flat for easy mailing and opens up to a 3D masterpiece. We're going to be taking this to a whole nother level, thinking outside the box, as it were, to create some really interesting shapes and designs. In this case, this one's a beautiful egg. There's one of this adorable chick that is hatching out of an egg. And then there is something this extraordinary, which is it's a beautiful tableau for Easter or for anyone that might be in need of a little bit of spiritual comfort. And I think what I like about this one is the embossing that happens here, as well as, you know, I just love the use of the fronds, the palm fronds, and the Easter lilies as well. And then, of course, we've got Bunny here. Again, this one is a box, but it's a really small base of a box. And then way beyond way beyond a box, even though it does have a square bottom, is this really interesting vase that has these beautiful forsythia in it, and that's also by Mary at SVG Cuts. But for the most part, all of these designs have come from Mary, from this grouping called Easter Box Cards, and there's 5 different ones here, and I wanted to show you how to assemble this one, because I don't know, for me, I mean, yeah, it's sort of a box, but it's so far beyond the very basic box idea, and it's just so adorable. And I love the handle and everything. And yes, it's a box card because it folds flat and you can mail it only to open up to this really adorable 3D design. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. And, you know, all of these cards start with a base. I'm not going to call them a box base because some of them are slightly different. I mean, they do have, the, you know, 4 sides and they bend or whatever, but they can come in obviously in different shapes. So as long as they're bent, and this one here I've already pre-assembled, but and it's got all kinds of embellishments, including this sort of lace detail, the grass in the front, and even the eggs and the grass in the back. So once you've put together your base, then you want to work on your inserts. And in this case, Mary has come up with a 3 inserts, first, second, and third. And you can see here I've highlighted these numbers that get cut out on the paper. But that's just to show you how they will go in. So the way that I assemble Mary's cards is I start with the third or the last of the inserts, and I do that because what I do is I put this in. And this is the glue that I'm using. There are plenty of other glues on the market. This is the one that I use and that I like. I like it because it has this tip that's easy to control the glue. So what I would do is I would, if I can get my glue to work. Okay, here we go. So I would put my glue onto the tabs after I folded the tabs, you see, and put the tab in so that it is touching the back corner. You know, there's the back left corner and the back right corner of the box, okay? And I'm going to fold it to make sure that it's going to fold. When I want to mail it, I have to fold it. So just to kind of give it that placement, right? And then comes this second, number 2, you see? And glue goes on to those tabs as well. And then the edge of that tab will abut the edge of, or the front of the prior insert. So in this case, 2 is nestled right in front of the third one, you see? And then finish up with insert number 1. Which glue, and place it in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to make sure you can see that. There we go. And once you make sure that your glue, you know, your inserts are correct, and you can let the glue sort of do its work, set up, you will have this adorable foldable work of art. Isn't that fabulous? So that's that is a really interesting out of the, you know, think outside the box card, and there, as I've pointed out, there are many of them in this particular grouping, the Easter box card grouping from SVG Cuts. It's just a small sampling of all of the different box cards that are available. So I hope that you are able to look through these groupings, these samplers of box cards, and maybe try your hand at them. They really are not that difficult to do once you understand the concept. And again, the concept is a box card folds flat for easy mailing, opens up to create this wonderful 3D masterpiece. So now that we understand the concept of a box card, we can really just kind of conceptualize how we've seen some designers take these this idea of a box that folds to an entirely new level with this series of box cards from Mary at SVG Cuts. So I wanted to thank you all for coming today. My name is Rita, and I run this YouTube channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue, and a blog by the same name. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and all those other, Instagram, all those other places. I'd love it if you, if you're new, I'd love it if you could subscribe, follow me, or do whatever it is that people do, because we are really having a blast going over all the different kinds of cards we can make with our Cricut, and we're just getting started, so I want you to join in on the fun. So please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I appreciate your continued support and staying with me as we go through some of these really fun projects. And if you haven't already, please share. Sharing is caring after all, isn't it? So please share my video or my Facebook page with anyone that you think might have an interest. We'd love to have them, and we love having you as well. So thanks for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful day.